Hello everyone, this is Teacher Eddie and welcome to another grammar class about articles. This is part 2 of the video. If you didn't have a chance to check part 1, you can check it here. In part 2, we are going to dive a little bit deeper and discuss one particular definite article the. In this video, I will show you 8 different cases and different nuances about using article the. We will discuss the usage, we will discuss the cases where we cannot use this article, the exceptions, and also the pronunciation. Did you know, by the way, that the same article, the, we can pronounce in 2 different ways, again, depending on the particular situations. And of course, there are again some exceptions. So keep watching and let's dive into it. So here we have getting to know more about the. A kind reminder, it is used to refer to somebody or something that has already been mentioned or is easily understood. To understand it better, let's compare the following examples. I am going to the bank, and is there a bank near here? In the first sentence, we are using article the because we know that our listener knows which bank we are having in mind, the usual one where I always go. In the second sentence, we mean any bank. Another one example, we love the concert and I would like to go to a concert. Again, we are using article the in case that our listener and us both know which concert we are talking about, the one which we went to. In the second case, speaker doesn't know which one. That can be any concert. Okay? And the last one. Would you like to try the tea I bought? And I don't drink tea. Okay, the tea I bought. Again, we are putting emphasis on the exact tea, the one I bought, as it is mentioned. And in the second sentence, I don't drink tea. That means I don't drink any tea. Nothing particular mentioned. Okay? Next, we are going to discuss several different cases of usage of the. First one, if we have mentioned it or them before, as for example, she has 2 pets, a cat and a dog. The cat is usually lazy and the dog always active. In the first sentence, we are mentioning a cat and a dog for the first time, so we are using article a. In the second sentence, we are mentioning cat and dog again. It was mentioned before, therefore, article the is required to be used here. Okay? Another one example. There were 3 questions. The first 2 were relatively easy, but the third one was hard. Questions. We're mentioning questions for the first time. It's in plural, so we are using no article. But in the next sentence, when we are mentioning it again indirectly, first 2 questions, we are using article the. Okay? So, let's move on to the rule number 2. If we say which one or which ones, we mean exactly. Yeah? For example, who is the boy over there with Sarah? Here we are using article in the beginning of boy, the boy over there. We are talking about a particular boy, that one with Sarah. Yeah? Or for example, how is the baby? We are mentioning baby using article the because we mean how is your baby? Yeah? When we are talking with a friend, we mean this one baby, your baby. Number 3. If it is clear from the situation, which one or which ones we mean, we need to look at the context, right? As for example, close the window please. Window, we are mentioning window and we are using article the. That means from this situation it is clear that there is only one window which is opened in the room and we need to close that one. The window. It is clear from the situation. Okay? Another one example. I can't find the keys. The keys. Again, using article the for keys. That means we know what type of keys we are looking for. Keys from our flat or keys from our car. Okay? Next, number 4. Number 4 says superlatives. Yeah, this is a grammar term relating to adjectives or adverbs that express the highest degree of something. As for example, she is the youngest. So we normally use the with superlatives because there is usually only one. Best, tallest, smallest, and etc. So it is clear which one or ones we are talking about. Okay? For the same reason, we normally use the with first, next, last, same, and only. To make it clearer, again, let's look at some example sentences. Granddad is the oldest in our family. The oldest. Superlative. Yeah? And next one. Can I have the last pancake? We're using word last. It means the last pancake. There is only one last pancake. Otherwise, it cannot be last. Right? So, this situation requires articles the. Okay, very good. Let's move on and let's look at the rule number 5 here. When the meaning is the well-known, after name, the is often used to make it clear that the person we are referring to is the well-known, like a star. And in this case, we're using article the again. As for example, she married Brad Pitt, the actor. We are using article the in the beginning of actor because we mean that actor is a famous, he is a well-known, right? The same about the next one. I'd like to meet Katie Parker, the novelist. Yeah, the one who is famous, the well-known novelist. Therefore, article the. Number 6. Yeah, we are talking here about possessives and demonstratives. Okay? So, in this case, be careful. We do not use the with possessives and demonstratives. This is the rule which says when we are not using this article, do not use the. Okay, let's look at the examples. Here we have it. This is my sister. Yeah, we do not say this is the my sister. Yeah, this is incorrect because at the beginning of sister we have a possessive word, little possessive word, my. Okay, the same with another example. I like this juice. We do not say this juice because we have this as a demonstrative which requires no article in this sentence. Okay, demonstratives, possessives, no articles. Okay, let's move on. Number 7. We are talking about proper nouns, or in other words, names. Proper nouns, those are names. So we don't use them with singular proper nouns. Again, another rule which says that we are not using them in this case. As for example, Emily lives in UK. Here we have a proper noun, Emily, right? This is a name and therefore we are not saying the Emily. The Emily lives in UK. This is incorrect because once again we are using proper singular noun. Yeah? Here we are. We are going to talk about pronunciation now. So the is normally pronounced the before a consonant sound and the before a vowel. Okay? It may sound confusing at first, but again, let's look at some examples to clarify this mystery. So, let's compare those two. First of all, we have the eyes. Okay, we have word eyes starting with vowel. Yeah, I. I is a vowel. Therefore, this article we are discussing today, we are pronouncing as the eyes. Okay, and now we have the snow, word starting with consonant right? Because S is consonant sound, and in this case we are pronouncing article as the, with a, the snow. Okay, so the ice, once again, the ice, yeah, if we have a vowel, and the snow, if we have consonant sound. Very important note. Another very important note, kind of an exception. So, the choice between the and the depends on pronunciation and not spelling. Okay? Again, let's look at the example. If we have the word the hour, yeah, the word starts with H, which is consonant. However, we are looking at the pronunciation. Yeah, pronunciation is hour, and it is a vowel, right? Hour. Therefore, we are pronouncing once again article as the hour. And one more last example. The university. The university. We have word university, which is spelled and starts with U, which is a vowel sound. However, as you can hear and see already written here, we are pronouncing articles the, because again, we are looking at the pronunciation. When we are pronouncing, we're starting the word with J, which is consonant. Therefore, the university. Okay. This is the main rule, briefly talking about the pronunciation, two different pronunciations about article the. But let's look at this note. So, we sometimes pronounce a stressed V before a hesitation, or when we want to stress the noun phrase, even if the noun begins with a consonant. Okay? Very important rule. Let's look what it says. First thing, if we are hesitating, we are not sure about something, or we wanted to stress something, we wanted to emphasize the noun phrase, we can pronounce article as the. Yeah? Let's look at here. She is just a moment, a famous actress. We are pronouncing article as the, because here we had this just a moment. Yeah? This is a hesitation. We were not sure what we are going to say. We were not sure if we can remember. So in this case, we pronounce it as the. And the next one. I have found the present for my boyfriend. The present. We want to stress the word here. The present. We want to emphasize, in other words, that we would put more attention on the present. And therefore, again, article pronounced like the. So, here is everything I wanted to tell you today about article the. Let's have a quick review about the usage of it once again. Okay? So, we are using article the if we have mentioned something before. Okay? If we say which one or ones we mean exactly. If it is clear from the situation which one or which ones we mean. Superlatives. If we are using superlatives, we are using article the. When the meaning is the well-known, someone famous, like a star. Here we have possessives and demonstratives, which requires no article. We don't use the with them. The same with proper nouns or names. If it is singular proper noun, we don't use the. So take a look at it once again. So this is everything I wanted to tell you today about using article the. I hope it was helpful. As always, please keep practicing. Think about your own examples. Share your own examples that I could see it, I could check and correct it, and the same could do your online classmates. So keep practicing as always and keep growing, and see you in the episode 3. Bye bye!